What a rollercoaster week of weather we've had. The weather forecast actually ended up changing quite a lot from my last snow report that I released. Doesn't mean that that one was wrong. Forecast just changed, that's what happens. Especially when it's going to be on 2 or 3 days, the uncertainty increases quite a lot. So we did have some glorious sunny high pressure, but it only lasted until Sunday. Then Sunday night into Monday it snowed, actually quite a surprising amount. Tuesday was glorious, then Wednesday back into bad weather again. So the freezing levels have yo-yoed massively this week. They've gone from being up at mid-mountain to down below valley level to up above 2,500 metres again, back down to sea level, and then heading back up again in the next few days as well. So yeah, it's been a pretty crazy week weather-wise. So consequently, we had pretty much 2 days of solid rain in the middle of the week, and again it was raining up at mid-mountain periodically, and even when it was snowing, it was horrible, wet, sticky snow, heavy snow, as you might expect when the freezing level was up at 2,500 metres. Then the freezing level absolutely plummeted again, and we got dumped on with snow. So yesterday morning I had quite a bit of digging to do to get my car out to be able to drive to Italy, so yeah, actually a surprising amount of snow fell over the night on Thursday into Friday. So for now we're back in this glorious winter wonderland again, although as always, unfortunately, it's not going to last, but more on that at the end of the video. So this week I went to Verbier again on Tuesday. I thought I'd cash in on the lovely fresh snow that we had Monday night and ski some of the amazing freeride terrain they've got there, but unfortunately, for once I seem to have made the wrong call, because actually they had very little fresh snow over there in Verbier, and what they did have was horribly wind affected. Fuck's sake. Whereas here in Chamonix it was lovely, soft and fluffy, albeit there's only about 10 centimetres at the time. So yeah, for once I probably should have stayed in Chamonix. But anyhow, I skied some of the amazing steep terrain there anyway, just on terrible snow. So yeah, I'll have to go back there again on a nice powder day and ski it instead. Then yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, barely left the house because it was proper monsoon rain, it was absolutely miserable. And then on Friday, so yesterday, I headed over to Cormier again to go and ski Skyway laps. So Skyway is the Italian side of the Guida Midi, and you can ski off the top there. Again, it's steep, extreme skiing, but it's absolutely amazing. But again, interestingly, down in Cormier itself in the valley, they'd had much less snow. Indeed, didn't look like it turned back to snow at all on Thursday night. Everything was just rain crust, and I mean, the roads were, it was sheet ice, but there was no fresh snow on all the trees or anything. So for once, Chamonix seems to have got more than its fair share of snow this week, which is quite unusual actually. All the other surrounding resorts seem to have had a lot less, so yeah. But the lack of snow low down in Cormier didn't really matter because we're, as I said, skiing off the Skyway, we reached high altitude skiing, and up there was absolutely bucket loads, so more on that towards the end of the video, but yeah, the skiing up there was some of the best skiing I've ever had. It was absolutely phenomenal. But for now, for those of you who are out here this week, I haven't actually been piste skiing myself, but I imagine the on-piste conditions are much for muchness, they haven't changed much, they should still be excellent. It's still relatively quiet mid-January, so the traffic is low, and snow's obviously good. We both lost and gained snow this week, so yeah, on balance it's pretty much going to be about the same. One bit of good news is I expect they're going to be opening more of the lower valley runs, so the beginner runs at Planards and Chausselet, etc. And especially the Balcon de Savoy, which is obviously, that's very useful for being able to get up to Brevant if you're staying in Chamonix. They were grooming that this morning, and the combination of man-made snow and the fresh snow we've had over the last couple of days should be able to open most, if not all, of the lower valley beginner runs now. Don't know how long it will last, but yeah, obviously that's a good sign for now. In terms of off-piste, well, it's a sunny Saturday today, so all the locals are out in force, so everything's going to be completely tracked out today within anywhere in sight of a lift. So if you're out here this week, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find any of this fresh powder because it's all going to be been skied already. And actually, it was actually very, very windy down here in L'Avancée, which is near Argentière last night. Seems to be very localised, but certainly some spots up on the mountain are also going to be very wind affected. When I was driving back up the road this morning, you can see big plumes of snow coming off the top of Mont Blanc and the Guibi and Assy. So yeah, it's very, very windy in places as well. So expect some wind slab, expect some wind scoured areas, and of course, yeah, expect everything to be very, very, very tracked. In terms of ice climbing conditions, well, in the lower valley, it's very much one step forward, 2 steps back. Every time the ice starts to form, it then rains and washes it all away again. So I expect there's still no climbable ice in the lower valley. But up at mid-mountain, conditions are just going to be getting better and better. All this wet, sticky snow and massive temperature fluctuations just going to be building more and more ice at mid-mountain. So yeah, in terms of ice climbing, up at Rive Gauche, Rive Droite and all the other classic spots, I expect there's going to be loads of good ice to climb for weeks and weeks to come, really. So, going back to the Skyway and the Guida Midi, throughout this week there have been well over a metre of accumulated snowfall totals, so conditions up there were pretty epic. I imagine that goes to the Valley Blanche as well as what we're skiing over on Skyway. But yeah, it's some of the deepest and best powder I've ever skied over there. The conditions are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, boy.
So it's all steep skiing and extreme skiing off there. There's no easy way down. You've got to be able to ski 45-degree couloirs to get off the top lift. Then once you are down off the top lift onto the glacial basins, it's just hundreds of metres of just open, flowy powder fields. It's just absolutely amazing. Of course it is south facing, predominantly south facing, so it gets very sun affected, but yesterday it was really cold, freezing level was basically sea level, so snow stayed good all day. It will have developed a bit of a sun crust throughout the day, so it won't be quite as good today, and again, very sunny today, so by tomorrow it could be worse again. But yeah, if you can get there first day after snowfall, when the conditions are cold, then it's absolutely amazing.
Damn.
So what's the weather got in store for the coming week? Well, quite changeable and there's quite a large degree of uncertainty, but one thing's for certain is it's going to be very, very warm, unfortunately. Initially, on Monday, we've got more rain coming. Not great, that's definitely not what we need. And then later on in the week, probably quite cloudy, but temperature's going to be very, very warm. Freezing levels potentially going up above 3,500 metres by Thursday, Friday. So that's crazy warm for middle of January. So maybe think about bringing your shorts. Again, expect it to be very cold in the morning, especially if it's been clear overnight, and down in the valley you may be under inversion, but up the mountain on sunny slopes it's going to be feeling very, very spring-like. Just feeling more like mid-April rather than mid-January up on the slopes, especially in places like the Brevant Fougere. So yeah, expect the snow to be getting quite slushy, quite heavy, and potentially some wet slides and sticky avalanches as well to watch out for. Again, luckily it's not too busy, so it won't get too cut up, but yeah, the pieces are going to be taking a bit of a battering if it is as warm as it's forecast to be. So once again, I wish I could leave you with slightly more positive news, but we have got tons of snow. Quantity of snow isn't going to be an issue, it's going to be the quality of snow which is the issue towards the end of the week. But yeah, there's plenty of it, and I'm sure if you come out here you'll still be able to have a good time. There's still plenty of snow to play in, still plenty of snow to ski on, and of course, when you can see the views here are absolutely stunning. So yeah, come out here and enjoy it, have fun, and yeah, tune in again next week.